Welcome back, friends. Thank you so much for joining me here today to learn more about mending, repairing, fixing those clothes that you have so that we're not going to buy new things before we take time to evaluate our own wardrobe and decide whether there's things that we have that we just need to put back in use. Maybe just take the time to take the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, sit down and fix them so that we can wear them again. And in this case, I am super embarrassed to admit, almost embarrassed, but I'm going to admit it anyway, that this pair of pants, it's a pair of jeans that I thrifted a while back. And I went to wear them one day and tugged a little bit too hard and pulled the belt loop. And so they have literally been sitting in my mending pile for like 4 months. I shouldn't even say that. At least 4 months. And that is a little bit embarrassing to me because this is an easy fix. But it happens. So what you want to notice about this particular pair when the belt loop came up is that it took with it some of the fabric from the pants. And so it's created a hole. And if we want to keep the belt loop in use, what are we going to do to ensure that that can happen? So I'm just going to give you a brief little tutorial on that so that the next time you have a belt loop that breaks, you know how to fix it. And maybe you'll fix it a little bit faster than I have done. But all things work together for good, right? Because now that it's sat in my mending pile for that long, I'm able to shoot a little bit of footage to show you how to do it so that you can solve your own belt loop problems. So I'm bringing these over to the sewing machine. This is where I put the patch underneath. And I do have a pin there for just a minute. I'm not going to keep the pin very, very long because it is just going to get in my way. So I do want to make sure that my patch behind it stays. Turn the sewing machine on. So I'm literally just stitching back and forth. I don't know why my camera got fuzzy there for a minute, maybe because I was going too fast. Back and forth like this. So some of my stitching might show on the outside. But I'm not terribly worried about that. It's okay. And back and forth because I want it to be really secure. And I mean, my thread is a pretty good match. So again, not terribly worried about that. And then I'm just going to put the belt loop down now and stitch it down. And I go back and forth several times across there. And then I can cut my threads. On the back side. And again, I always think of mending as it's not going to be perfect. And it's all about your comfort level. Like I am totally fine with a belt loop looking like that. Nobody else is going to notice. Nothing is going to stand out. And it's securely held in once again. And so it really has that reinforcement from the patch underneath, which is what I wanted. So now I can trim off the side of this patch a little bit just so that it's more sized accordingly. And there you have it.
Thank you for watching. You can shop tutorials and classes on my website, naomifeda.net. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, may God sow his love into your heart today.